Way too many fucking plot holes that Marvel and Disney had created upon themselves. It's stressing me out, y'all. But like, it's honestly, I feel like now I know what a Dallas Cowboy fan feel like. You're dedicated to a team. You're like, this is our year. This is it right here. This is the year. But every fucking time y'all start with a game or a season or something like that, y'all keep dropping the fucking ball, in my opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show No Name. It is your boy Ken Jones, the host. We got another one. Got another one for today. What's up, Nimbus? Sorry about that. What are you doing? We can't being crazy right now. Anyway, before we get started, make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow the content, turn on your notifications, share with your friends and family, your homegirl, your homeboys, if you're fucking with the content. Please support this channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. All right, so this is my review. This is not spoiler free. This is nothing but spoilers, okay? So for those who watch it right now, if you don't want me to spoil it, get the fuck out, all right? Excuse me, last warning. If you don't want to hear what happens in the movie, there are 3 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, let's get into it. Sorry, Coco, I ain't mean to scare the shit out of you. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the good, then we're gonna say the bad for last. All right, we're gonna say the juicy stuff for last. So first, great web swinging. Web swinging in the movie is very immersive. It feels like you're really there, part of the swinging. When Spider-Man swinging by itself or swinging with people, and it makes a big difference when you watching the movie in digital to Dolby and IMAX. All right, which I always prefer to watch it in Dolby. Because not only you get the visual effects, but you get the sound effects like you're really part of the swing, action, whatever the case may be. The weather effects when you're swinging through the city, it just feels damn near first person view. You get like a little bit of that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield. Like in the beginning of the movie, you get to see Spider-Man free falling into the city. I mean, you gotta have a free fall scene, all right? And you get to hear the sound effects of the costume and everything, blowing through the wind and all kind of shit and stuff. That's really a great job that they did with the swinging sound effects and the weather effects. I really love how they got to show the face inside the mask. Hey, babe.
I saw this and I thought of you.
What is this? Wow, serial killer. This is
Look,
new.
it's a cereal. You love cereal.
I know, it's a serial killer.
Oh.
It doesn't literally say serial killer. It says serial. You ain't see this?
No, I just saw the cereal.
All right, well, my fiance got me shout out to the C4. All right, C4, holla at me. I do C4 drinks. This is one of the drinks. Don't make me go straight to the bathroom. Dang, I wish you had
I didn't know you were gonna drink that one already. I thought you were saying that for like the gym or something.
No, I thought you saw that. That's the reason why I was out. I was going to drink it for the. Yeah. No, I wish I'd known that. Well, anyway, I'll just save it for another stream. Yeah, I popped out the Alani.
Alani is the best. This is the best one.
Yeah. Was that pink slush?
Yes.
Yeah, pink slush. That's a good one. All right. So today's episode was the Alani. Tomorrow, that will be serial killer. Okay.
Sorry, one more thing. I'm making myself some tuna. Are you gonna want some?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna prep it and put it in the fridge so it could be ready for later.
Where we got fish from?
32 grams of protein for 140 calories.
Yeah. Bumblebee. Yeah. Oh, Bumblebee Prime. Solid white, albacore tuna, water, gourmet tuna. Coco, stop all that damn mining. We got some tuna in there too, but I don't know how many grams of protein it is.
I know. I just didn't want to risk it. I just feel so guilty about yesterday because I gained 2 pounds from the food yesterday.
Oh, I ain't weigh myself.
So I'm like, I'm gonna keep it lean today.
Yeah, I ain't weigh myself. I like when I go out of town and everything, go hit the movies, and I like to eat. Okay, I worry about my calories. I don't worry about my calories when I'm going out. I work hard and everything just so I can eat the way I want to that day. But I'm gonna make up for it today. I'll try to make up for it today and the rest of the week. So don't you worry about it. Anyway, yes, the web swinging. Beautiful. Amazing. Yeah. Go see it in Dolby. If you guys see it in the digital, that's cool. I know where I'm at. We don't have Dolby. We don't have IMAX. So if you don't feel like going out of town, it is what it is. I agree. I understand. But for me, I'm willing to go like an hour and a half out just to get the top quality of a superhero movie best as I can. All right. that's why I say maybe that's why the web swinging was really immersive and engaging to me, because in the type of theater that I saw it in. Okay, so that's one. Two, action packed. Beautiful. Okay, this is the most action that we have gotten out of the Spider-Man, and it's really video game based related. Like, shout out to Daniel Day Critton and the whole crew for doing their homework and research. And I'm pretty sure they played the Spider-Man game 1 and 2 and Miles Morales video game. Yeah, Ash Pat, I like how they thrown in the ideas from the video game, like the Spider-Man tracker, where you can track the Spider-Man location and other events going on. In the game, it was created by Genki, Miles' best friend, where the Spider-Man can engage in like crime activity, community activities that need some help in the community. Somebody need a car started or something like that. That was really dope. I like how they did that. Okay. And then what else? The gadgets. Oh, man. I like how they incorporate Spider-Man having gadgets in the game, like a web bomb and all that kind of shit. And here's another thing too. Speaking of game related or just comic book related, one thing about Peter Parker, this is kind of added in there, that Peter Parker does not get enough credit for how smart and intelligent that he is. We're talking about a young man does not have enough money to create these things, but somehow he does. Remember that he's collected scraps probably still out of trash cans to make this technology in his like low budget apartment. Okay, the fact that he's able to design these gadgets, have an AI assistant. Granted, it's nowhere near Jarvis. It's not even close to Friday. That's cool. And there was another thing too. He had an AI assistant in Far From Home. It wasn't Friday though. It was somebody else. It was called. We'll get to that later. Even though it's not as great, but it's still dope. I still take it. The fact that he's able to create these gadgets, do all these diagnoses on his body to help him regulate his genes from turning into a complete freaking spider, or whatever it was going to go with that, to tell you the truth. That was awesome. That was wonderful. Because if anybody that's intelligent in the Marvel Universe, when you got Reed Richards, Bruce Banner, you have Tony Stark, Hank Pym, Peter Parker is at least in the top 5 or top 10. Well, I take it back. T'Challa will be like probably like number 5 or 6. But what makes it so dope of how intelligent Peter Parker is also as well, he can do a lot more things low budget wise, more than Batman. Batman has money. He's a billionaire. So he has money to like afford these things to be more technologically advanced for his Batwing and Batmobile and stuff. But Peter Parker, man, let me just go city to city, find a trash can. Somebody do away a couple of DVD players or radio, some shit like that, and I got it. I find it kind of dope as well too. Like, he's able to track like facial recognitions through the camera, and then he's also able to track down G Gray's mind jump. Like, how far can she jump from one mind to another? I'm not gonna get so deep into that. Anyway, so action and then video game related stuff, that's number 2. Number 3, I love how it was comic book related. If you do some research and everything of One More Day and Brand New Day in the comic books and stuff, they're not exactly the same, but there are some similarities that blended in there. I really like how like the Punisher comic book, Punisher got introduced in the Spider-Man comic books. And then I did like the scene of how the Punisher holding Spider-Man when he shot him and everything. That's straight out of the comic book. I think it was Civil War, where he shot, but he felt bad. Like, he had like, Peter Parker dying in his hands and stuff. And it was really more superheroes involved. Like, the superheroes like would get ready to jump the Punisher, so that's pretty dope. I really like that. So I'm not gonna get too deep into the comic book stuff. I'm trying to move fast as I can and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure y'all done watched other, like, the new rock stars and Cosmic Wonder, Green Crust, shout out to them. They gonna do more of a breakdown about it than I can and stuff. But just look up, their videos and look up, like, the comic book, One More Day and Brand New Day. One More Day was fucked up. But I am gonna bring back some of the comic book stuff. I'm gonna save that for the bag. We're gonna get back to that. And for the character bonding, man, it was beautiful. Like, it's not just one character, it's like multiple characters, and it was really needed. especially for what Peter Parker is going through in this movie. He's going through a lot of things like by himself, and when you're going through these things by yourself, you can't do it by yourself. You know, I'm just gonna go from like least to best when it comes to character bonding. So I'm gonna start off with Jean Grey was like a quick bond, and it was quick strong bond for like what was going on. And Jean Grey needed that. You know, she needed somebody to feel like some simpler, and she needed someone to feel what she's going through. That's really similar. Even though she didn't see it at that moment, but I'm glad that she did. She saw it through Peter Parker because, you know, she learned that she's not the only person that has these special abilities, and then you have to keep that within yourself and try to handle it yourself. But when you're a good person with special abilities and you have these people like coming at you because you are special, it makes the world weighs more hard on you, weighs more on your shoulders right now. I like the fact that, you know, Peter Parker finally let her in, and then it was also like a part of Peter Parker, like, you know, let in and also let it out for him, for people to understand, like, this is my struggle, and my struggle is the same way as your struggle as well too. And now this brings like a new light to Jean Grey in her life on what she needs to do. And now she learned, like, okay, I can't do this on my own. I gotta find more of a group like me, at least, you know, because Spider-Man showed Jean Grey that you don't have to choose one or the other. You can be both, and you can make it work. It's gonna be tough to be both, but you can choose. You have a choice to make it work both ways. I don't have to be the spider or the man. I choose to be both. Okay, so that's the least one, and I want to say, I'm just go ahead and throw it out there. Mary Jane and Ned. I'm gonna throw them both in there together. Okay. The reason why it's like one of the least is because Tom Holland and Zendaya's relationship, like the way how they act on scene together, that's automatic. Like they're in love together. So I feel like it's kind of like a given or an asterisk for the scenes for them to pour out to be so emotional, because Tom Holland really does love Zendaya, and Zendaya really loves Tom Holland, you know, and for them to for Zendaya to act like, you know, I'm not in love with you, but she wants to feel like this connection. She has this connection, you know, but the memories that she has of Peter Parker, not just Spider-Man, but Peter Parker. Because remember, they remember Spider-Man. They just don't remember Peter Parker, you know? And I understand what she's saying. Like, it's not fair for you to withhold this information from me. How come you just tell me where, you know, why you ain't come back and find me and just build this up? You know, build this relationship that we once had. And I get what she's saying. It's like, you know, you done let all these time and years pass by. Now it's too late. Now I done moved on, and, you know, the fellow, you know, memories with this other guy, and, you know, and I get it. It's not fair, but I also get what Peter Parker is trying to do, and this is what Peter Parker is known for. I mean, this is why everybody loves Spider-Man. This dude is willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good, for the people that surround him, people that he loves, because, like, dude, I can't deal with the fact that you being in danger all the time because of me. I lost my auntie because of me. I got to learn some kind of way to protect the ones that I love the most around me. And the best way I know that I can do that is that I have to keep myself away from you to do that, you know? But when you love somebody, it's like, dude, man, fuck all that. Like, give me the choice to make that for myself. And that's what Mary Jane is saying. And everybody is like, everybody in the movie theater was really caught up in the moment of them reacting this way. Like, to go from not knowing you, then finding out what happened, reading a letter and expressing like, I'm not in love with you, to like, damn, shit, that hurts. But we seen this before. Now, if you in the MCU, remember Peter Quill went through the same fucking thing with Gamora. He lost Gamora in his universe. And now you got the other Gamora from a different timeline, and she doesn't have any type of love or connection with him. Like, she sees him like, you know, I see why, you know, the other timeline, the other version of me fell in love with you because what y'all done together. But I don't have that, and I can't force that, you know? So Peter Quill and Spider-Man are in the same fucking boat. You have one that just from a different timeline. You have one that just have memories just erased. But it did show like somewhere later on in the film that Zendaya is on the rooftop of a high school, pretty much the same spot where they used to hang out together as friends is where I'm assuming from the look of her, that she mentioned in the film, it's like a part of her is seeking something or is missing. So she longs deep for this connection or this next journey that she wants to be a part of, but she's not sure. And I think she wants to be in love. Like she wants to build a connection with Spider-Man, with Peter Parker. She just doesn't have it right now, but she longs for it. And we gonna get into that. I'm not gonna no waste too much time on the MJ and Peter Parker, but hopefully y'all get what I'm saying. But then Ned, I love how Ned and Spider Man are together organically, like the emotion of Spider-Man just being in the room with Ned and MJ, like, you definitely tell, like, "Man, I miss this shit so much, man. Let me cool down. Let me chill out." Like, whew, man, I hear, like, I needed this. And just for him to say, like, for Mary Jane to tell Spider-Man, like, yeah, he's weird and everything and stuff. I apologize about that. Like, man, this is the most fun I had out of a friend in years. Like, dude, for Ned to finally remember, because remember they was under a spell to not remember Peter, and then the magic of the handshake came back, and that was beautiful. Now Ned remembers Peter Parker. That was awesome. I'm glad that it worked out at the end for Peter Parker, because Peter Parker he could not do all anything by himself, dude. Then I'm gonna move on to the Wolf, the detective, the detective, the lady with the 2 kids, I think she's half black and half Latino. Look like she's half black, half Latino, Afro Latina. That was special. You have like a step-in mother figure to guide you on this journey, to help you to be a better person, and not trying to fully force it on you, but I'm there for you to help you figure it out. Like letting Peter Parker know, like, I know you can do these crimes and everything, but it's fine. We're good. You need to take some time to yourself. You're going to a dark place. You need to figure it out. And that's a unique like cop and superhero bond. And when you think about it, like Peter doesn't have that. Peter don't have an Aunt May. Aunt May gone. And I wanted to make it number one because I can relate so much to that. I really do. I can relate so much to that. Like when you don't have your mom around or your parents, your aunties, uncles are not alive or whatever mentor that you have is not around you. You have good people around you that really wants the best for you. If they see that you're a good person, you do right to them and other people around them. Like, dude, I got about like 3, 4 work moms in my workplace. I do. And I'm literally here, like my mom's in Louisiana. And I'm way across the United States in the top part, trying to not reveal my location. But fuck it. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So 2,000 miles away, basically. And, I do like lean on to advice from the people that I work with, like some elder people. Um, because I can't figure it out by myself, and I'm trying to balance out in this world that I'm living in to get by. Like, and I am like having like there are times like I try to do things by myself and I'm trying to lean onto my understanding of things, but I can't do that. And it does feels good. It does feels nice and needed to hear like some advice, especially people that's been through some things and that's older than you, to guide you in some type of way to let you know, like, hey, you're stressing yourself out. It's going to be okay. You're stressing yourself out. And I love the fact that Peter Parker took time to learn her kids and all that kind of stuff. Like that was great. That was great character bonding right there. And last but not least, the fucking Punisher, man. The Punisher and the Spider-Man, like that's great. I love that, because when you think about it, John and Tom Holland, come to find out they've been working together. They actually friends outside of work. Like they help like do monologues and auditions and everything together. And that was awesome. The best scene that made me be emotional made me cry a little bit is to see the Punisher breaking down of what he did because he did not want to see, Peter Parker die because of what he did. And he feels bad because the Punisher, he knows that he got to do the dirty things to get the job done. He knows, like, I'm not gonna change. Like that's the way it is. But he sees so much in Peter Parker, right? Because he said himself, I've seen a lot of brave people in my day. Well, boy, you are like one of the most bravest sons of the bitches I have ever seen in my life. Because he knows and he feels deep down inside that this kid has the most pure heart out of all people he worked with, and he wants to see him make it. And much shit talking and much fussing that he do about, Spider-Man, him the great power, like, no, don't be hurting people, don't be killing people, man. Go on with that bullshit. And you gotta protect this girl, man. I ain't got nobody to love, man. Like, please, like, Punisher, please help out this girl, man. Please. And whatever, man. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Cause Punisher's not gonna leave no damsel in distress. He's not. You're not doing the fact because you're pretty. You just fact like, like we gotta do what we can to protect our women. I can't leave this woman out and alone by herself. But if she wants to get up and go and make her own decision, then fine. Cool. I'm not gonna go ahead. It's and I will say it is a big difference of the character bond that I've seen the Punisher do with, because Punisher had worked alongside with Daredevil and amongst his friends and stuff. But to see him to have this like special bond with Spider-Man and basically crying in the hospital and helping Spider-Man, helping Peter Parker escape the hospital, and him acting like he's Spider-Man is one of the goofiest things that I've seen in the MCU out of a serious character. I'm not gonna stay more into it, but that was amazing. That was beautiful. All right, let's get to the juicy stuff. Let's talk about the bad, the ugly, the shit that pisses me off, and shit that made me concerned, and some things that left me confused. What left me confused is one, the old dude got hit by the car. What the fuck? What we doing, producers? Like, did we just like make it dramatic and no resolution? Okay, I get it that Peter Parker is stressed out. He's dealing with an entity that he don't know how to deal with. She can get to his loved ones or anybody, put him in jeopardy and stuff. But we didn't have Spider-Man to page 911 to check on the old man that got hit by the taxi cab. Like we saw the police officer and everything. We got the police officer when Spider-Man got in range of Scorpion, where got in range called by Jean Grey, and he hit the police cruiser, and then, the police officer got drugged out, almost died, the police officer, man. We got resolution of that, is what I'm trying to say. But the old man, like, the way he got hit, it wasn't like a bump. Like, somebody just, like, you walk into somebody, like, in reverse, but not so slow. It's like walking speed. They were like, boom, hey, like, it wasn't like that. This old man literally got hit enough where he could have had a broken rib, broken hip, or his asshole got cracked open way high. But the way how he got hit was lethal. I'm pretty sure he had to go to the hospital and he died on the scene. That was crazy. And for Jean Grey to let that old man get hit like that was insane. Now, only way that she allowed that to happen, and I'm just trying to find reason for her to do that. She probably went through this old man's mind and found out he's a creep. He's a weirdo, like he's stalking young girls or something like that. Now, if he's a creepy old man, then I would have jumped in his mind, made him walk in the street, get hit by 18 bullets. All right, cool. We saved the kids. Anyway, so that's what I got out of that. It's not overall bad, but it is a concern of how we leave in this movie with no resolution for the innocent. Two, I didn't find there was no point of having Jean Grey as this mysterious character. I mean, it was already given in the trailer, Marvel. Okay, like if y'all were to promote it in a different way, it kept more of this character hidden. Like how y'all did with Yelena, Black Widow's adopted sister. Like nobody did expect her to be in the movie. But I guess we needed a villain. We needed like a bad guy. It's not just a Hulk. Like we legit need a bad guy. Honestly, it just didn't make sense of all this hype y'all build up, and it's like, okay, whatever. Wasting my fucking time and my hype on this shit. And then three, Jean Grey's personality. Jean Grey's personality is unique in this film. I kind of don't agree with it, but I see what they're trying to go with it. It's not really related to the comic books whatsoever, but I get where they're trying to go. Well, trying to go, and I'm gonna say that for last though. It's a girl it's a young lady going through trauma, and she's misguided. Only thing I can think of like what's causing her to do these, because look, what Jean Grey was doing is fucked up. Like, why would you control and manipulate Peter Parker like that with his ex girlfriend? You've been through this dude's mind. Like, I get it that he's in the way, but to see Jean Grey as this dark, like, she's not really a bad guy. She's kind of an antagonist, but we're now you're seeing Jean Grey this way, unless she's the Phoenix. Now that I can understand she's being manipulated, like her feelings are being manipulated by the Phoenix. For those don't know what the Phoenix is an alter personality outside of Jean Grey. And when the Phoenix rises, we all fucked. The bad news bears after that. Because the Phoenix can alter reality and probably create like a whole little universe. The more powerful she gets, the more fucked up the world is gonna get, you know? So I can see that, it's not really Jean Grey. Like after she lost her sister, then a bit of the Phoenix started to take control of her mind a little bit. I just find it kind of unnecessary that you have to almost kill Mary Jane to make Peter Parker quit and suffer, knowing that he's not going to stop. I can understand you want to kill Wesker. I can understand that because you're looking for your sister. But all these antics that you're doing, I guess it's a new twist. I guess it's a new twist of what they're trying to do. But what makes me not like agree with it, I'll say that for last. Okay. Let me just go to the other one. Hulk. The Hulk fight was amazing, but it was short lived like a motherfucker. I hate that we constantly have a short lived moment with the Hulk time after time. The longest version of Hulk that we ever had, that I believe, in my opinion, excuse me, was Thor Ragnarok. We have a problem having the Hulk in the MCU. It was great at the beginning, all right? Like when we had the Incredible Hulk movie, I felt like we was on to a great start after that. But the Hulk could only be in team up movies or shows. Now, here's the thing, reason why. If you don't know why, I'm gonna break it down to you. So at one point, Hulk was owned by Universal. So it's kind of like the same thing with Spider-Man on Sony. That's why you see Sony in the Spider-Man movies. So Sony has to write Spider-Man, but they have a corporate deal going on that we can use Spider-Man in the Disney Marvel movies for the MCU until then, okay? But Sony only gets majority of the money, and then Disney only gets like whatever that they can get out of the Spider-Man movies while they have them in the MCU. Okay. Now that was the same way with the Hulk, but the Hulk isn't technically, he's not owned. He doesn't have the right to Universal anymore. But I had to look it up just to be sure that no, Universal does not own the Hulk character, but they still hold the right of first refusal for any theatrical distribution of any standalone Hulk movies. So Marvel and Disney own the character and can use him freely in team up films or movies. So, and let me find out. So we did the Hulk movie in 2008, referred it from Universal to Disney Marvel in June 2023. Okay, so in June 2023, it's officially Disney or Marvel movie, but it's such a struggle where it's just such a struggle to not see the Hulk in this full form for a long period of time. Well, I mean, like, just stay as a Savage Hulk. Like, stop having the Hulk hulking out and then go back to Bruce Banner and feeling bad for like what happened. And now he's like captured again, or he went to like another spot in the world where he's hidden, or another universe or some bullshit. I know we done got to She-Hulk. She-Hulk was a letdown show. It was cool because we got the introduction of Daredevil in the MCU. It was cool, but you got to watch my other previous video when I was breaking down the shows of the MCU. I mean, Professor Hulk is cool, but like, let's just keep him Savage Hulk. I know it takes a lot of money to have this special effects and everything to him to stay as Hulk. Like, I get it. That shit costs money. But y'all got the money. We're talking about Marvel and Disney here. Y'all motherfuckers got the money. So stop capping. Like, y'all can't afford to, but we can't afford to keep them this way. Yes, the fuck you can. Y'all wasting y'all money on way worse shit than that. I don't want to hear that shit. Same thing with the Brave New World. Brave New World, they had the Red Hulk, but that was short lived as well too. I mean, honestly, that was like just to build up hype to see the Red Hulk finally in action, and we don't know what's going on with him, like what's going to happen with him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everybody is at least looking forward to like a Hulk go against another Hulk in the future, but we don't know when the fuck that's gonna happen. So now Bruce Banner feels bad. He's caught. Now whoop de doo. Okay. So the last but not least, what I got on my list right here. Introducing new characters without possible explanation, which in creating more plot holes. Look, y'all. I'm already having a hard time dealing with Marvel right now into creating new, like throwing in characters that's making it more difficult to me where I don't feel like y'all have enough time to make sense to make us understand of why y'all did this and what's going on. Okay. Like I said, for example, Jean Grey is now in the MC. So you're telling me that we have mutants in the 616 universe without any explanation of how we got mutants there in the first place. So we have Jean Grey. We have Jean Grey. We don't know where she came from. All we know is that she's been here the whole time. Okay. But here's one thing I hate about business, corporations and stuff, right? So the deal is to keep it more street level. Like Sony has control of that. Like we're not gonna throw in on mutants. We just gonna say special people. All right. We're gonna keep it street level as possible without further branching it off, dealing with the mutants and all that kind of stuff. But you might as well just fucking say it because Jean Grey is not known for anything else. Now, if y'all trying to manipulate that and turn that into something else, I'm gonna be highly pissed off. But they not. Because the plan is, we already know after Secret Wars, it's supposed to be a soft reboot and it's supposed to go into the mutant saga. So I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know what that's going to turn into, but it's on the way after Secret Wars is said and done next year. Okay. What's bothering me, the fact that we do have Secret War coming next year, and then we have Doomsday coming up this year, and now we got Jean Grey in the MCU. We have to explain. Y'all have to explain now where are the other mutants at. It doesn't make any sense to have just Jean Grey. There are more mutants out there besides her. It gotta be. It gotta be. I thought, at least in a way of how they would make sense for Jean Grey to be in the 616 universe, is that she just happened to jump in this world because incursions are going on right now. You know, kind of like if you remember in the Marvels, Captain Marvel movie, Captain Marvel Part 2, where you have Miss Marvel, Miss Photon, and Captain Marvel. You remember at the end of that movie that she accidentally crossed over into the X-Men universe because there was a rift in space that all this shit was going to go down. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now that makes sense. I can see incursions happening because, we're already doing something that we ain't supposed to be doing. And then, Loki in Loki season 2, multiple timelines are branching. So he's putting them all together to keep them alive. Okay. Now, by keeping them together, by keeping them alive, I can understand that maybe some type of shit happened where now we have like mutants that done sneaked in the 616 universe, right? All I'm saying is, y'all, we already have plot holes bad enough because you have to explain what happened to Kang. You have to explain what happened to the symbiote that was in No Way Home being left behind from Venom. You have to explain that. I don't know if it got retconned or what. Okay. Then 3, we still got to figure out what's the deal with the adamantium, right? Because adamantium was introduced in Brave New World, and so does that mean we got mutants as well too? I mean, not just mutants, but like what they gonna do with the adamantium? Because adamantium is really used on Wolverine. What else? Like Shang-Chi, like the beacon at the end, like what is that meant for? Like what they gonna do with that? I could go on and on, honestly, but we don't have enough time. Doomsday is literally coming up at the end of the year. And then after that, there's no other Marvel projects going on but Secret Wars. Like there's no shows, there's no movies. Oh, and Doctor Strange, like what's going on with Doctor Strange 3? Because Doctor Strange, he plays a role unless they're gonna throw in there in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a long ass movie. It's a lot that Marvel had to figure out. And I get why they doing that. They throwing these characters in there because, we're gonna get hype. We're gonna like and they know this too. And that's what pisses me off. That they know us dedicated fans, we're gonna go to the movies and we're gonna figure out like, okay, why is Jean Grey here? Why y'all doing this, doing that? Does that mean a cursing happened or something? But we have to figure the shit out ourselves. What's up, man? What?
Are you nervous?
Yes. Anyway, I'm not gonna spend too much into that, and I'm gonna break this down to the next video because we got some other shit that we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about the Blade situation. Yeah, we gotta talk about that and the Wonder Man. Like these, getting rid of Blade, well, not getting rid of Blade. Blade, Mahershala Ali choose to dip out. And I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. And then that counts with Wonder Man. So where's Wonder Man gonna be at? It's too many plot holes. Is now what I'm saying, this bad doesn't ruin the majority of the movie. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just I'm just very meticulous and detailed person. And then it's accumulation of everything else going on, build up on top of that. Like they just added problems at the problems. So it doesn't ruin the movie. The bad and everything I'm breaking down is an 8 out of 10. Okay. If y'all want my review, it's an 8 out of 10. Okay. Reason why I'm giving it an 8 is because of what they did with the Hulk. The action scene is amazing, but I'm just saying they threw in Jean Grey and the Hulk and this unnecessary, mysterious character to find out Jean Grey. Like that was a waste of time. So that what makes it an 8 out of 10 for me. Will I go see it again? Yeah, I will go see it. But everything that I'm breaking down is more of an MCU problem, not really a Spider-Man problem. It's more of what Marvel and Disney doing with these shows and movies. And I'm going to explain that in the next video. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Spider-Man. Go see it. It's worth watching, especially if you're a dedicated Spider-Man fan. Like this is something for the ages. This is something that we've been waiting on to see.